What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to the February pre-registration. In today's video, what I'm going to be doing is going through some of the upcoming titles on the pre-registration site, because you guys know how mobile is. Sometimes we get like firm release dates, and then other times we wake up and there's like 7 new games that came out of nowhere. So what I want to do, give you guys a little bit of my thoughts and pre-impressions on some of the upcoming titles, and give you a little bit of background knowledge if I have it and if I can give it. So let's take it from the top. Looks like NeoWiz is coming out with a brand new idle RPG called With Heroes. Not the most creative name I've ever heard in my entire life. This is always like a bad sign when they just refuse to show you gameplay. They give you a little lobby screen and give you one screen of gameplay. But I will say I'm actually okay with this, because look how many player characters you can have on your team. I like that. You guys know FG likes really big player rosters, so that's pretty cool. So that's really the only positive thing I see out of this one, is the fact that it looks like your team can be pretty big. Looks like King is finally jumping in to the fantasy genre here. If you guys are not familiar, Activision Blizzard bought King a long time ago, and I thought, like, when that happened, now this is back when Blizzard was Blizzard, so keep that in mind. I thought when Activision Blizzard bought King, I thought they were gonna just take over the mobile world, and really King just kept on doing King things, making Candy Crush games and Match 3 games and all that good stuff. But it looks like they're finally gonna kind of get out of that and do something a little different. I mean, looks like it's a vertical RPG collectathon type of game, so looking forward to it. It's from King. It has the same type of connotation as like Supercell does. Like when Supercell makes a game, people take notice. When King makes a game, you gotta take notice, because these people literally print money. They're not gonna jump into a genre that they haven't done a ton of research on. So looking forward to seeing what that's all about. Knighthood looks pretty good. Now, while we clicking on Scrabble FG, we ain't gonna look at all these. No, we're not gonna look at all these, but I did want to look at Scrabble here for a second, because this is brought to you by Scopely. So Scopely is the same exact company that brought you like the Walking Dead games, the Looney Tune World of Mayhem, and they just recently bought Marvel Strike Force as well, and now they are jumping in with Scrabble. This is smart, actually. Like, this is something that me and you probably aren't gonna play, or maybe we will. We don't know, but they know the casual audience, and they know that this is just gonna print money. Like, this is Scopely saying, we know where the money is. Throw this game out, throw it out to the casual audience. Yes, rinse and repeat. All right, so this next one up is a DragonSky Idle and Merge. Now, this has been on the Play Store for quite a while. If I had to guess, maybe like 6-7 months it's been on the Play Store. There needs to be a rule where you just can't sit and linger on the Play Store, all right? These need to be games that are like within the next couple of months of release, I feel like, but whatever, what do I know? The concept, though, looks pretty cool. It's an idle game, you got dragons, you level up the dragons, you combine them together to make bigger dragons. This is a pretty cool, it's not gonna be like a game that's gonna like take over the world, but maybe something you just keep on your phone and you check in with every now and then. So I really want to play it, but who knows when it's ever gonna come out. And you guys know I only really pay attention to global launches, so it's probably available in some other region, but I'm just gonna wait patiently until that comes out. Brought to you by Com2. US. It's come to us. I always say US. That's not right. There you go. Moving on. So this one's called Training Hero. Always focuses on training. I always look at the game a little sideways when it has these long extended titles. I mean, at least they put gameplay here. What is this, like a 1v1 adventure quest looking game? I don't hard to tell. Hard to tell what that's gonna be about. Let's see. Never stop training. Enjoy this unique one-on-one combat RPG. Nah. What's this company called? Dairysoft? What do they also make? Let's see what else they make. And this kind of gives us an idea. A Girl Adrift. These are not terrible games. Not terrible games, but all right. Well, we'll see what that's all about. So there you go. Training Hero always focuses on training. Pretty long title for some reason. So this next one, Game of Thrones Beyond the Wall. This is another game that's been on the Play Store in pre-registration status for way too long. This one is actually brought to you by the same exact team that brought you Assassin's Creed Rebellion. And as you guys know, I used to main that game. Well, not main the game, but I used to play that game quite often on this channel. I think that development studio is actually pretty talented. They've also done a little bit of work on the Assassin's Creed PC games as well. So they're mostly mobile now. Looks like they got a hold of a pretty popular license, and they're going to be putting together a strategy tactics RPG remains to be seen. I heard a little bit of criticism about this game is that it feels a little slow, but I feel like any slow gameplay can be remedied with a little bit of ×2, ×3 action. So we'll have to see. I have contacted this company and we have been in talks. Those talks vanished. Like I said, this game has been lingering in pre-registration status for a long time. But since I did a lot of videos on Assassin's Creed Rebellion, they reached out to me on this game, but I have not heard anything from them in months. So I have no idea what's going on here. Maybe they're actually doing a beta, taking the feedback and actually going back and doing some work on it. So that'd be awesome. So Lego Legacy Heroes Unboxed, brought to you by Gameloft. So I like the concept of a Lego hero collector, but I'm not really a big fan of Gameloft games. Every single time I play a Gameloft game, it has a certain jank to it. The monetization is usually kind of off. I don't know about Gameloft these days, but it's a Lego hero collector. They literally have unlimited possibilities when you look at something like this. So I'll definitely be playing it day one. I'm very curious to see if they're able to do licensed Lego. Like, you know, there's Lego Batman, Lego Harry Potter. Could those ever make an entrance in this game? Who knows? Probably too much, but there you go. That's something that you definitely should be on the lookout for. What is this? Frontier Justice Return to the Wild West. Little long name, and I already see some city building, base building elements. These games are always very sneaky, right? They try to show you like some real legit gameplay, but for the most part, this is probably just a city builder. It's not going to be anything too special, I am quite sure, but I'll be there. I kind of like city builders, but maybe that phase in the FG life has passed, because I've tried to get into a lot of city builders back when I used to play them like 5 years ago. I tried to get that same like feeling back, that same like World of Warcraft classic type of vibe, but sometimes you just can't get back. You just can't get it back sometimes, and I haven't found a city builder that I've really enjoyed since. Racecraft, Build and Race. I usually don't really cover these games on my channel. I want to find a way to cover like little mini games like this. Maybe I'll do like a mini first impressions one day where it's just kind of like a let's play style, but I usually avoid games like that. Gameloft back at it once again. Overdrive City, it's a city builder with racing, but the racing is not like, let's find some of the racing. The racing is like old school micro machine style, where it's like top, and basically all you're trying to do is just kind of manage your gas and your braking. Not so much like, it's not like Forza racing basically. Interesting concept, city builder mixed with racing. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I don't know. Interesting concept. I applaud them for doing something a little bit different. But there you go. Overdrive City by Gameloft. Go ahead and pre-register for that one. Check it out. Rise Shooter Arena. Way too generic of a name here. But it looks like people are finally jumping on like the Overwatch bandwagon. I mean, Overwatch has been on PC and console for how long? So we're now finally starting to get a few Overwatch clones on mobile. Better late than never, I assume. So there you go. Not anything I'm going to be too interested in. Wild Frontier. What is this all about? What is City Builder? City Builder game. All right. Moving on. These games, like I said, they're always super sneaky. Speaking of Overwatch games, we talked about this and we actually covered it on the channel. Shadowgun War Games is actually coming out next week. And one of my biggest criticisms was the fact that I felt like there weren't enough characters in the game, but they are going to be launching with a few more characters than they had in the beta, in my beta video. So I'll take a look at it. I definitely want to see if they have improved on the feeling of impact when you're shooting. I felt like it just felt a little too soft. I think they should probably go, this is a long title too. I feel like they should probably go play Call of Duty Mobile. I know this is kind of, you know, whatever, but go play Call of Duty Mobile, feel the impact of the bullets and the impact that they have there, and just try to replicate that here, because I just didn't feel like when I shot people in this game, it felt like anything. But that's coming out next week, so we'll see what happens there. Narcos, Idle Cartel. I never really played these games ever. So I have nothing to say on those. I don't even really, it's an idle game where you're just trying to build your cartel up. Okay, I probably won't be covering stuff like that unless, like I said, I do some type of mini impressions one day. 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, brought to you by Netmarble. Netmarble, famous for bringing you Magic Mana Strike, Marvel Future Fight, King of All Stars, Fishing Strike. You know, you guys know Netmarble. This is a game that I really want to kind of revisit. Phantom Gate, The Last Valkyrie. Have not played that game in a long time, and I'm actually surprised it's still up. That's what she said. So here we go, the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. This has been finally confirmed to be coming out on March the 3rd. So this is a highly anticipated title. Between this and Arc Knights, there is just like a mountain of hype behind it. The hype train is in full effect with this game. So you can use an app to make the game a landscape in combat, but when you're in the lobby, it's all going to be vertical. I wish it was just all landscape, but whatever. I guess I'll get over it. It's the same thing. I wonder if this is built on the Knights Chronicle engine, because Knights Chronicle does that same exact thing where you're in the lobby screen, you have to be in vertical, but then when you're in combat, you can switch out to landscape. I don't know. But this game, like I said, a ton of hype behind it. I have not played it, but it looks like it's going to be one of those games where there's a lot of PvE and PvP. And I'm actually pretty hyped to go back to doing live PvP on this channel. When Knights Chronicle came out, I was doing live PvP almost every day, uploading a live PvP as like a bonus video. I would love to get back to doing something like that. And supposedly the PvP in here is really good. So if that's true, I'll be there. So that's 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, March the 3rd. Dragon Raja, this is supposed to be, oh man, can I not show you? Here we go. This is supposed to be the next MMO on mobile. I have contacted the developers on this one. I've been playing the game a little bit. I actually have to record a video today for later, which is super annoying because there's nobody on the server. But what little I've played of the game, it's actually a pretty interesting title. It reminds me a lot of Blade and Soul, but I haven't really gotten that far just yet. But I feel like if Blade and Soul was a mobile game and has a little bit more futuristicness to it, it would play a lot like this game. The combat is fantastic. The character building is pretty good. Of course, once this is released, I'll be there day one to show you more about the Dragon Raja. I've actually never heard of this company. Oh, yes, I have. They made World of Kings? Actually, I actually give a lot of props to World of Kings. I didn't know that. True story, didn't know. So, very nice. Okay. Wild Brawlers. It looks like there are some people trying to do what, like some Brawl Stars style game, real-time combat battle royale. This actually looks a little better than Brawl Stars, to be honest. I might actually cover something like this. IGG.com. Yeah, they make a lot of games. They make a lot of games that are very samey. You see this face right over here? That's IGG. So probably won't be the best monetized game, but we'll check it out because it looks a little different. What is this Rocky all full action experience all in one tap, huh? Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to do some mini impressions here probably for things like this. We'll figure it out. But that looks interesting as far as like the art styles is concerned. I really can't tell what the gameplay is like. But there you go. Rocky Rampage, wreck 'em up. Let's keep moving. Of course, Riot Games is here with Legends of Runeterra. This is a card game, but people are talking very highly of it. So I'm very interested just based off of that. Because if you ask someone like a year ago, what game should Riot make? No one would have said a card game. Like people at that point were really burnt out about, with Hearthstone and stuff like that. People were like, no more card games, no more, what's that, Artifact, no more Elder Scrolls Legends, no more card games. But here, Legends of Runeterra come out and people seem pretty excited and think this game is actually pretty awesome. So I'll be on the lookout for that. I have not played League of Legends in such a long time. A Sympho Gear, game I've never heard of, but people in my Discord are very hyped for this one, so we'll definitely be visiting this one as soon as it comes out. Not a lot of screenshots here, not a lot to wet your whistle, but there you go. Make sure you pre-register for that one. There's at least one person hyped for that in my Discord. We're gonna skip this Snoopy puzzle journey because that's just like a match 3 game. This looks like very like asset flippy looking. No, Mobrix. This company right over here is really notorious for spamming out games. They're always putting out games, like just non-stop. They are just like, you see this? They put out one hero collector. I refuse to cover it. It was just too generic. I mean, it was like I was falling asleep trying to cover this game. Like, it doesn't look bad here, right? But it was not a fun experience. But there you go. They very much spam out games in all types of genres. I have no faith in that. Of course, we have Dragon Quest King of the Stars. Dragon Quest of the Stars. Nearly 6-year-old game finally coming over to global. Brought to you by Square Enix. We'll see. I have a hard time imagining them putting the Dragon Quest name on something that's not fun. If it's a game that's been out for 6 years, I'm sure it has a reason to still be alive. But, big old but, go play any of the current games that we have available here in Global. Any game that we have available here in Global that's 6 years old, play it and just feel it, right? Just go feel it, right? Go play Brave Frontier, go play Dragon Blaze, go play Summoner's Wars. Maybe that's not a good example because that one's actually pretty decent. Go play those games and just feel how old they feel, right? So that's my biggest problem here. I feel like there have been a lot of strides and improvements when it comes to streamlining and quality of life over the last 6 years in mobile. A lot has changed, and I don't know what type of methodology this game kind of abides by. Is it old school mobile game methodology or is it new school methodology? Has it been updated? Has it kept up with the times? I have no idea, but we'll have to see. It's coming. We'll see. What is this? Is one of these little action RPG autoplay games? Is this what this is? Looks sort of like it, but it also actually looks okay. I really don't like when games, they're coming over to global, right? They want to jump into the global audience, but they can't even be bothered to give us translated screenshots. Like, that's kind of annoying. I know they did it here, but it'd be nice if they actually took the market seriously. Who is Neocraft? What do they make? Tales of Wind. Okay, so maybe we'll see some meme ads when it comes to this one over here when it comes out. All right, Tales of Wind. We'll see. I saw little things about Kick Flight. I don't know what it's about. It's like a live PvP action game, vertical. Looks cool. I definitely need a game to play in the gym that's actually like really intense. So if it's live PvP only, 3v3, very interesting. This is something that we don't have on mobile, so absolutely when that one comes out, we'll definitely be covering it. Who is this company? Makes a game that I've never heard of. Looks like they made a match game of some sort back in the day. Got it. So Kick Flight coming soon. Well, probably never coming out. Well, who knows? Yeah, poor Nexon. Let's see. Does Nexon have any money generating games at the moment? Darkness Rises is pretty good for them. Axe wasn't very great. Lyn, not very great because they just refused to they refuse to make this game great. It has the foundation to be much better than it is, but they refuse to go through, add quality of life, take out gameplay modes. Like, developers need to be okay with removing gameplay modes, but this game does not want to do that. Like, there's some gameplay modes in this game that are just like not fun. Take them out, and they're redundant. They feel very samey. There's a lot of gameplay modes that just kind of bleed into each other. They should be okay with taking those out and making the game a little bit more streamlined and only put in gameplay modes that actually feel different. But I think the name is already tainted and it's too late, so that's unfortunate. Same thing with Overhit. What is Nexon making their money on? I thought Battle Lines was shut down. I think it's supposed to be shutting down. I thought it shut down already. I'm gonna play it one more time. Yeah, Nexon is not making money off of any. I mean, they are making money, let's be real. But it looks like their only real money makers are Darkness Rises and MapleStory. Everything else is a struggling title. So I don't even know if Nexon cares anymore. Yeah, poor Nexon. WinWing, yeah, that's gonna be a pass there. And then, of course, a League of Legends Wild Rift. Will we all be able to rekindle our MOBA itch, ladies and gentlemen? I do like the fact that Riot took the time not to port the OG League of Legends to mobile, because they could have did that years ago. They decided, there you go. They decided to completely redesign this game from the ground up, design with mobile in mind from day one, even when it comes to different character skills. So I think this game might be a lot of fun. I definitely will play it. But like I said, I'm very, like, just looking at this map just makes me tired. Like, I'm just like, I don't even know if I want to do this again. But another thing that I really like about this game is the fact that for people like me who haven't played League of Legends in a long time, there's so many different units in the game that have been added for the years that I've missed. I like the fact that they started off with a smaller roster. That is so smart. Because if they would have came out with this game with as big a roster as they have in the OG League of Legends, I think that would not have been a good idea. It would have really intimidated a lot of people. But with a smaller roster to kind of get started with, to kind of grow up with, that's a good move. Good move there, buddy. League of Legends, Wild Rift on the way. Riot Games. What is this? Devil Hunter? This looks like a generic action RPG MMO autoplay game. 100%. Yeah, 100%. Probably won't even cover that unless this is from like a legit company. No, I'm out. This game actually prints money though, that Guns of Glory. So there's another Lucid Adventure. So there's Lucid Adventure, Idle RPG, and then there's Lucid Adventure. I feel like they should put some type of sub name here so people would know the difference. But this one looks interesting as well. A lot of little chibi models here, a little side scroller, RPG. Huh. It looks idle though. It looks idle, but the last one was idle. There's no way they're gonna drop 2 idle games. But that's Lucid Adventure. What is this? Team Up with Heroes, role playing, gotcha. Brought to you by Super Planet. Who is Super Planet? They got a big old award here, best of 2018. They made 2 games I've never played before, but they have an award. So that's all you need to know. Best of 2018. There you go. And then what is this? A new idle game brought to you by EU Game, who has Yokai Tamer, which is a really boring action RPG autoplay game. More action RPG autoplay games. More action RPG autoplay. A lot of just samey games. Yeah, not looking forward to that one too much at all. And this one doesn't look that good either. What is this? It looks a lot like Tales of Radiance. Like it looks like that's some type of labyrinth mode. I like labyrinth modes, but I am not going to be visiting this one, I don't think. It has to do something to get my attention. Like it has to have a little something different, and that doesn't look like it. And then last but not least, NetEase is here with Eve Echoes. Is Diablo Immortal not on the pre-registration anymore? It's not. Where's it going? Eve Echoes here, of course. Oh, she looks pretty good. Wow, that actually looks really good. That looks creepily realistic. I don't like it. I don't like it anymore. Yeah, Eve, I never played Eve, aka Microsoft Excel Simulator 2020. Probably not gonna be a game I really wanna cover on the channel because I just won't be able to do it justice. Like, I just will not be able to do a game like this justice. So that's just going to be by fans for fans. But that's actually pretty interesting and a good way to end the video. So NetEase is also going to be bringing you, in conjunction with Activision Blizzard, Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal is not on my pre-registration page anymore. I have no idea where it is. Hold on, right here, live on video, ladies and gentlemen, live. I'm going on my phone. I am looking for pre-registration on my cell phone. Diablo Immortal's still there. Diablo Immortal's still there. All right, so don't panic. No one's panicking, FG. Don't panic. It looks just like LD player couldn't, I don't know, just not being able to like focus on that game for some reason. I have no idea. But that is that, ladies and gentlemen. And one thing I did want to say about Diablo Immortal is the fact that it looks like the Gears of War head is not going to be heading over Diablo. I wonder if that includes Diablo Immortal as well. So the guy that brought you Gears of War since like for the last several years, has now moved over to Activision Blizzard, and he's going to be heading up the company for their Diablo franchise. So I'm sure that includes Diablo 4, maybe even Immortal. So that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, look at Raid Shadow Legends' 10th highest grossing game, ladies and gentlemen, over here on the Android Play Store. Is this a part of the video? I don't know, might be. That will do it. Arc Knights represent 23. This is overall, all games, 23. So that's pretty high. Black Desert Mobile's still there. Of course it is. We're just gonna do top 50 real quick. Galaxy of Heroes refuses to go away. PUBG Mobile over here, number 45, which is fantastic. A game that's not pay to win, still topping the charts. And then, of course, Hero Wars, Men's Choice, epic fantasy RPG. All the men out there keeping this game alive in the top 50 overall highest grossing games. Hero Wars, ladies and gentlemen, it's still there. Punkin', Epic 7, Summoners Wars, and all those other games. AFK Arena ain't got nothing on Hero Wars. Epic Men's Choice. I forgot the title. Once again, my name is FG3000. I do thank you so much for watching Fate Grand Order, and I will see you guys in the next video. We'll do top 100. Top 100. There's Scopely I was talking about a little earlier with Walking Dead. And then Brawl Stars, Supercell, of course, always printing money. Perfect World Mobile still holding on, which is pretty interesting. World of Kings right here at 96. Azure Lane at 97, and then Looney Tunes World of Mayhem just there at the 100th highest grossing game here on the Android platform. I'm out. See you guys next video. Later.